My name is Tufa, and today we are going to talk about how to use Canva as a tool in the teaching process. Let's start. So, I think it is needed to tell something about myself. Who am I? As I told you before, my name is Tufa, and I am media and communication lecturer here at Bedu University in Tirana. I teach different courses like multimedia foundation or basics of multimedia, multimedia journalism, audio and video editing, and media audiences. As you see, I can catch different angles or different views in the same thing. But what is the same thing? Today, the same thing means how to use Canva as tool in the teaching process. So how to make a good presentation using Canva, how to incorporate or how to integrate Canva in the teaching process, how to put it in the good way or in the best way in our classes with our students or with our youngs. Let's move on. In this lecture, we are going to cover different subtopics about the using Canva as a tool in the teaching process. Firstly, we are going to talk about multimedia communication. So what is multimedia and why it is needed in the communication processes, and how to connect it with Canva or how to use this type of communication in the Canva as a tool. Secondly, we are going to discuss types of media that we can use in Canva. After that, we are going to talk about design principles in Canva or in general, to be honest with you. What is Canva and why do we need it? So what is Canva as a tool? What is must to know about it and how do we need it in our teaching processes, and using Canva in the teaching process, how can we use it? How can we construct or how we can create new products? How can we integrate it with our students, and how to motivate them to use Canva or how to make it better? So let's start. I think it is needed to begin with some definitions. The first one is what is multimedia? So multimedia refers to a computer information which can be represented through audio, video, and animation, as well as the traditional media, for example, text, graphics, drawings, and images. Let's dive into details in which one element. But let's think about this type of question. What is multimedia? And the best answer or the quicker answer is it is multi plus media or multi and media, which means we can or we need or we would use different types of media in the communication process or in our presentations or in our reports or in our homeworks or in our, let's say, all kind of works that have to do with communication process. Multi means two type of media, three type of media like audio, video, text, etc. The first element, it's called text. So we know what text is, but let's make a recap or just kind of reminder. The text is the basic form of communication by human beings. So all of information that we give or that we take, it's kind of text. We write the whole day, we chat with each other, we text with each other, we read books, we read poetry, stories, etc. So by using text in our presentation, we can give the main information. The most information that we can deliver to our students is represented by text. So the second one, it's audio. Let's hear this audio and discuss about it.
This is an artificial intelligence generated voice to demonstrate the importance of voice in a presentation.
I don't know if you heard it, but it says that it is an audio generated by artificial intelligence. So by using audios in our presentation or in our process of communications, we can explain better things. We can bring a different kind of information here, or we can bring another atmosphere. So, for example, let's think about this presentation or this kind of lecture that I'm delivering to you. So here is a presentation. Here am I with my images or with my appearance, and here is my microphone. So by using audio in my presentation, you can hear me, and maybe you would understand this lecture better. So by using audio, we can understand things better. Next one, it's photo or images. By using photos in our presentation, we can deliver a better visual information. We can bring in our presentation different information, which means by using photos, we can change our atmosphere in our presentation, we can illustrate things, and we can integrate our information or our knowledge that we are delivering to our students. The next one, it's kind of graphics. So by using graphics, for example, by using these lines here, we can divide or we can separate our space here, our presentation, in different subspaces. So by using these lines here, or for example here, I am trying to separate this kind of graphics by here squares and here Canva logo and here some squares here and some roundabouts here. So by using this type of media, which is graphics, which are lines, which are kind of shapes or dots, etc., we can bring a different atmosphere in our presentation and we can lay out our space. Okay, the next one, it's video. Let's watch this short video and discuss about it. Okay, why do we need this media in our presentation? Why do we need video in our presentation? Let's have a look in our consumer habits or in our reception habits. The whole day we are scrolling in Instagram, in TikTok, in Facebook, let's say, and our students or our youngs are scrolling too. They are scrolling in TikTok, in Snapchat, etc. So the most information they are giving or they are taking in this type of platforms is mostly video. So we need to adapt with their habits of media consuming. By using video, we adapt with them. I think it is important, it is must to use different kind of videos in our presentations, in our classrooms, in our teaching process. By using these types of media, we can bring their life in our process or in our presentation. And the last one, it's animation. Why do we need animation in a teaching process or especially in presentations? Okay, by using animation, we bring humor in our class. So by using animation, which can be created or can be produced by using Canva, we can bring in our teaching process firstly a different atmosphere, which is made by humor, and we can combine information and we can integrate this type of media with others, which means by audio, by text, etc. Okay, and here we are. Multimedia refers to computer information, which can be represented, as I told you before, by text, audio, image, graphics, video, and animation. Okay, but what is in different angels multimedia or multimedia communication? Multimedia is an interactive media that offers multiple ways to convey information to the users in a comprehensive manner. Let's emphasize this word, comprehensive. By using different types of media, we can bring or we can make or we can create the best way of communication, which is a comprehensive manner. Multimedia provides an interaction between users and digital information. So here is another keyword, which is an interaction. An interaction. By using different types of multimedia or by using Canva as a tool in our process of teaching or in our process of communication, we can bring or we can provide an interaction, which means is an interaction between users. In this case, are our students or our children or our youngs, and digital information which is produced by us, by teachers, by professors, etc. Multimedia is the means of communication. There are different kinds of point views in the multimedia process or multimedia. The first one is by computer sciences, and the last one is by communication sciences, which tell us that multimedia is communication sciences because this type of communication tries to put different types of media. In Canva, we can create multimedia production. By using Canva, as I told you before, we can create videos, we can create posters, we can create graphics, logos, etc. Okay, let's move on. We have two types of medias that we can use in a Canva tool. The first one is discrete media. Discrete media, for example, is text, is a graphic, which is computer generated, are images retrieved from outside of the computer or generated by it. Discrete media refers to text, images, or graphics that are composed on fragments that are not dependent on us or on time. So, if we have to look, or if we want to receive or decode an image, we do not need too much time. So if we look an image, let's say for a minute, we do not need much more time to decode it. These type of medias do not need time as a part of their meaning. And the second one, it's called continuous media, which, for example, are a sound, video, animation, etc. Continuous media refers to information in media such as sound, video that is with movement whose representation requires continuity over time, or fragments that are dependent on time. So if we want to watch a video or if we want to watch an animation, we have to wait from minute 1 to minute 2 to minute 3 and so on. And it is must to be there and to be focused on it. Time is part of the semantic of continuous media. Okay, what it is needed to know. Canva is a multimedia application. And what does this mean? Canva itself is a multimedia application, and multimedia application in general, or especially Canva, should deal with, firstly, data generation. So what is data generation? Let's say, for example, this slide before maybe 2 days was a blank slide, and now I have put it here a title, and here some small graphics here, and after that I have write it different type of information here, which is generated by a keyboard, you know. And this means all this information here in this presentation is generated by a Canva application. The second one is data manipulation. So after we have generated an information, we need to edit it. So we need to make it better. We need to add something, we need to delete something, or we need to move something from slide to slide, etc. It is called data manipulation. The third one, it's data storage. So if we have generated something, if we had edited, we need to store it. We need to save it in our computer or in our other mobiles. So Canva as a multimedia application stores different type of medias, and we can after that presentate them. From Canva, we can show slide, we can show presentation without downloading it or without another type of mobiles. And the last one is information and data communication. So by using Canva's application, we can share information to our students. We can share it directly from Canva. We can communicate with our students directly with or directly from Canva. And that's it. Okay. But if we want to make a good presentation of it, or if we want to integrate Canva in our process of teaching, we need to deal also with visual communication, because the most of the work in the Canva turns out to be a matter of visual communication, because it is usually work with the basic elements of visual communication, which means if we are going to produce something in Canva, the most production of it would be visual communication. If you are going to make a presentation, we need to use or we need to produce some text, we need to create or animate some graphics, we need to put on slides some photos, etc., which means it is a visual communication. Visual communication sometimes refers to as viscom, is a field of study that deals with the transmission of ideas and information through visual forms and symbols. Visual communication analyzes the cognitive and affective processes that influence how we perceive or feel visual stimuli. So, seeing is one thing and perceiving is entirely another thing. In itself, visual communication involves the interaction of content and the form. Whatever we are going to produce, it doesn't matter if it is a PowerPoint, if it is a poster, if it is a report or a cover or whatever, we have to deal with content and with the form. Okay, but what is the content? The content is the tangible essence of work, the stories, ideas, and information we share with others. And on the other hand, form is the way in which the content is designed, it is packed, and it is conveyed to consumption. In other words, for example, content can be thought as a person's body, while form is the appearance, clothing, adornments, and accessories used to accurate that physical appearance. Content is about what we want to say, while the form is about how we choose to express or communicate it. For example, in this presentation or in this lesson about using Canva as a tool in the process of teaching, I have made this presentation. So the whole content here is the text or the information or the knowledge that I'm trying to share with you, which means is everything which is right here. But I have choose to deliver it to you in a, let's say, in a constructed way, in the best that I can, by putting here my camera, by choosing to make it here in my studio at university. As I told you before, I am multimedia lecturer and multimedia journalism lecturer. I love to deal with multimedia stuff or with the form. And after that, I have chosen the best mic here to deliver my voice in the best way. And this is how we choose to express or communicate this kind of content. And here is just the content without form. But to be honest, here is the kind or one kind of form, but it is not a good form. It is not the best way of forming a slide, you know. And here, this is just the content. Here is the form because I have put it some graphics here. I have made some bullet points here. I have made a title, etc. I have choose the best font, and I have choose white color, etc. Okay, let's move. But to make these types of forms, to make a better form or to make an acceptable form, we need to deal with elements of design. So for example, we say, I like this design of your website or corporate logo. Or we say, I like the way you compose this photo, or I like this presentation you made. In other cases, we say the composition is well convinced. In all cases, we are talking about the same thing, the intentional organization of a visual space. This visual space, as I told you before, is composed through 8 design elements, which are discussed in future slides. Okay, why we need these kind of elements of designs in multimedia or in Canva tool? Understanding design elements and their impact on human perception will help you to become a better visual communicator and a better consumer of media content. But to know more, it will strengthen your ability to make accurate judgments about the quality and overall beauty of multimedia product, especially a presentation. It will help you better defend and criticize your own work as well as the others' work. And to complete this sentence, I like this because of what, or presentation E is better than presentation B because of what? If you have made a better presentation than me, you need to explain why it is better, or if my presentation is better than your presentations, we need to deal, or we need to explain why this is better. And to complete this type of sentences, we need to know these 8 elements, which are space, here, dots, lines, objects, shape, texture, patterns, and colors. These all elements are suggested to integrate or to put them in Canva. Let's move. The first one is space, like here. And space in our screens is 2-dimensional space with weight and width. So this blank space or this blank page needs to fulfill with information, which in any cases had to be or have to be intentional information. And here we have 2 kind of spaces, 2-dimensional or 3-dimensional spaces, and we have negative and positive spaces. Negative spaces is a space in an screen which do not have any kind of meaningful information. And in other hand, the positive space means that the space have an intentional or an meaningful information, like astronaut here and others. So the second one is dots. By using dots, we can create different types of images. We can create the different types of visual information. The whole visual information that we consume in our daily basis life is constructed by dots. By using dots, we can create different type of images. So if we put a dot in a screen, what does this mean? If we put 2 dots, what does this mean? And if we put 3 dots, like a triangle form, what our students perceive, etc. Okay, the third one, it's line. So why do we need lines in our presentation or in our Canva tool? By using lines, we can connect 2 dots in a space, like here. So we have 2 photos here, and by using lines, we can make easier our way of communication. And here we have shapes. Shapes are divided into categories: geometric shapes and organic shapes. Geometric shapes are made by imagination of human beings, and organic shapes are made by copying our organic shapes. Like sun here, we have roundabout by using them. And here we have a form. A form brings in our presentation depth on it. So by using forms, we can bring the depth in our visual space. And here we have texture. By using texture, we can bring in our students or in our publics or audiences some memories from their life. Texture could be decoded by touching something. If we bring different kind of textures in our presentation, we can bring memories in heads of our students. So it is suggested, but it depends on the context or what kind of presentation are you going to make. And here we have patterns. By using patterns, we can repeat the same visual element in the space. So by using elements, we can bring another atmosphere, or we can use it like a background in our presentation, etc. And maybe the last one is the color. So we need to choose the best color for our presentation. We need to choose maybe just 2 or 3 colors in the whole presentation, because it is suggested, and it is easier to remember, and it is not like distracting our students. But it depends, as I told you before, what kind of presentation are you going to make. And now let's go to explain what is Canva. Canva defines itself as a free-to-use online graphic design tool. So we need to use it to create social media posts, presentation, posters, videos, logos, and so on. Canva is a multinational software company that provides a graphic design platform that provides tools for creating social media graphics, presentations, promotional products, and websites. But what do we need to Canva? Just for knowledge, Canva has 170 million active monthly users, which means it is a huge, or it is a big software. Canva is used in 190 countries around worldwide. Canva has more than 4,500 employees worldwide, around the world, and Canva has a market share of around 12.5 in the market of graphics or design graphics. And what about Canva and education? 60 million students and teachers are using Canva for education in teaching process. So as we see here, it is a best, or it is a good tool to use in our teaching process. But how can we learn better to use Canva as a teaching process, or how can we use Canva to deliver a better message to our audiences or students, or let's say publics? The first way is by watching tutorials on YouTube. The second way is by taking online or paid courses. And the third way is by taking Canva Design Academy. The most of courses, I think, are free and you can take part on them. There are, as I told you before, many ways to learn how to work in Canva. Some of the most common ways are by watching tutorials on YouTube, taking an online course, free or paid, reading various articles on blogs, and attending Canva's Design Academy. The things will be discussed below are materials taken from Canva's blog and its academy. So let's see how can we use Canva to create presentations and another materials. There are, I think, 6 steps to create a Canva presentation. The first step is by select a presentation when you create a Canva or new design. If we are going to use Canva for presentation, we need to choose a presentation. And the step 2 is to pick up a template to set the background of your slides. After choosing a template, or after choosing what are we going to incorporate in a visual way, we need to add or to input their slide text. And after that, we can add the logos or images that we want to put on it. After that, we need to finish or to save and to export the material. And the 6th one is by sharing or presenting. Here are 6 steps that are suggested by Canva when we go into it. But let's have a look in a practical way. The first thing that we have to do is to go here in canva.com. By going there, we need to log in into the Canva. You can log in here by creating an account or by using your Google account, Apple account, or a Microsoft account. It depends on you. So if you have logged in, you need to create a design. And after that, you need to choose a presentation. But it depends what are you going to create. If you are going to create an Instagram post, you need to click there. If you are going to create a document or whiteboard or maybe something about education, you need to click here, etc. But in this case, we are going to choose a presentation. And after that, we are going to choose what type of templates we are going to make in our presentation. And here are some examples. Or we can put here, or we can search here with some keywords, and we find our desirable template. And after that, here we can change or we can customize our presentation by using here or choosing here some elements like shapes, like squares, etc. Here we can choose what type of text, what type of fonts, and what other customize for our text. Here we can upload something. It depends on you if it is video or if it is logo or if it is a photo or kind of design. Here we can draw things and so on. And here we can choose what type of photos are we going to integrate in our presentation. And here I have searched a keyword school, and here I have choose this photo and I just slide it or drop it here. And here we can choose what type of or what video we want to incorporate in our presentation. And after that, we have to click, or if we have finished our presentation, we have to click share, and after that we are going to download it. But before we download it, we have to choose what type of files we want to save. Here is a PowerPoint presentation format, and here are my 2 pages. If you have, for example, 6 pages or 10 pages, that will show here. And the last thing that we need to do is to download the material. And after that, it is finished. Okay, but what can we do to create a good presentation in Canva? And here are some tips. The first one is to be consistent. It doesn't matter if it is a presentation. It doesn't matter if it is, let's say, a worksheet, or if it is a poster. We need to be consistent by using the same banner or title font throughout your design. We have the same frame or grid throughout your design, which means we need to have the same frame, maybe full HD, and we are going to use full HD in the whole design. Apply the same background throughout your design, which means I have chosen this type of graphics, and I have put it in every slide. And use consistent fonts. I have chosen this type of fonts. It's kind of sans serif, but I'm not sure what type of font is. But you need to use sans serif fonts. Work smarter, not harder. It means if you want to make a presentation, you can work hardly just in the first or the second slide, and after that you can duplicate it, or you can just choose a good template, and after that you can customize it as you want. Creating your title page, it is must to choose or to put a title in every page. Your title slide is calling card for the whole presentation. It would convey the overall feeling of your presentation. It should entice people to listen throughout the whole presentation. And here is another tip. Design for visual appeal, using visuals instead of text. So people are thinking in a visual way, so we need to adapt with that, using visuals instead of text, reducing the amount of text. We need to use just little texts or short texts. We need to short them as we can, using the consistent color palette. So I have chosen to use like blue and black and so on. Be clear. Don't use always bullet points. So here I don't have any bullet points, but in other slides maybe I have. I'm not sure, but let's see. More elements don't necessarily mean better design. So we need to combine them. We need to be a reasonable creator. So we need to be clear and show it off. When you are ready, you can present directly from Canva, as I told you before. Click on Publish and choose the suggest options present. Okay, so we know something about Canva, and now we are going to explain, or we are going to talk about what is Canva for education. Canva for Education is 100% free for primary and secondary teachers and their students, powering creation and collaboration in every classroom. So, what we have to do for create a Canva education account is we need to open the Canva for education and we need to sign up in the page. We need to fulfill the prompts. So we need to fulfill what is needed in this page. We need to select that are teachers. If you don't have an educational email, which means edu, etc., edu.com, etc., or edu and your country, do not worry, because you can send them just your ID and they would deal with that. Click Get Verified. If you already have a free Canva Pro account, you can upgrade to Canva for Education, so for free. And congratulations, you have a Canva account for free. As I told you before, Canva for Education is free for the eligible school districts, departments of education, and the other global school systems. So, what can we do in a Canva for Education? How can we incorporate or how can we put Canva into our teaching process? The first way is by making presentations and classroom presentations interactive and engaging, or to engage our students. We can make infographics. We can bring technical subjects to life, such as science processes, and showcase facts and figures. So we can plan our lessons. We can build a lesson plan or calendar of activities in a second. We can create videos. So we can create videos by ourselves, or we can require our students to produce videos or to introduce themselves, or to have older students to present their work through a video. We can create group work activities. So by using Canva, we can create different types of group activities. We can create storyboards. So empower your students to envision and craft this story to large projects, such as a short film or video project with storyboards. And after that, we can use Canva to create reports. As a teacher or as a professors, we need to make some reports. So we can use Canva to make reports for our students or for our heads, etc. Unleash students' creativity with thousands of attractive, professionally designed templates for report schools. So our students can make some reports, or they can make different types of projects to assign in our classes. Storybooks. So by using Canva templates, we can make, or we can entertain elements to craft and tell a unique story. And after that, we can parent or we can communicate with parents in the school community. We can keep the school community up to date with these eye-catching newsletters. So we can create newsletters and we can share with parents. We can help them to manage their emotion. And after that, here we can work with worksheets. From science to English and math, you can print or complete your worksheets online. we can create classroom decor kits. Decorate your in-person or virtual classroom with these high-quality themed kits from Zoom, backgrounds, posters, and so on. Social emotional learning activities support your students' well-being and their emotional development. So after that, we can do different types of works. We can combine them. We can create based on our imagination. And here we are. This is the last slide. As I told you before, in the beginning of this lecture, my name is Alban Tufa. You can write me if you want to know other things, or if you want to know more about how to use Canva, or to search maybe another materials I can share with you. And here are my contacts. That's it. Thank you for your attention and have a nice day.